Good morning, everyone. This is Lori from My Garden in Bloom. I garden here in Zone 8B in Oregon, up by Mount Hood. Here is one of my beautiful bouquets. All the flowers came from my backyard. I want to go over and show you some of different areas in my garden that these flowers came from, give you a little bit of history on them. The thing that I'm so excited about are that my snapdragons have started to bloom. That is a madam butterfly and ivory. And this is Potomac lavender. And all these cute little flowers are zippity doodahs. I like to use them for filler flowers. They are so pretty. And then I have this hydrangea is actually blue when it blooms, but then it turns to a green as it gets older. But I find that it works really well in bouquets. I like it just as much when it's green as when it's blue. Let's take a little walk out to the garden. And I'll show you where my snapdragons are planted. Oh, the sun is very, very bright. It's about 9:30. This is part of the day where the snapdragons do get most of their sunshine. Around 4 o'clock, they'll start being in the shade. But I have two rows there. The first row is Madam Butterfly, and then the second row is the Potomac lavender. And I actually have some pots with the Potomac lavender too. It took a while for my snapdragons to bloom this year. I guess I need to plant them earlier. Again, I kind of got set back this spring. I didn't get my greenhouse set up as early as I wanted. Right next to where my snapdragons, of course you can see the tomato plants back there, but is one of my plants of Michaela Miranda. Miranda. I always called it by the wrong name. I just figured that out. But I have 3 of these. When I divided the tubers this spring, I put 3 of them out there. It's kind of too bright on this side of the yard. But I wanted to let you see where my snapdragons are. I really don't have that big of an area that I have them planted. But boy, when they start blooming, I'll have a lot of them. Oh, and as I have said before, I live by the Troutdale Airport. So that's what that noise is being. We had a really heavy rain here, I don't know, like about a week ago, and it knocked down a bunch of my flowers, but they're kind of starting to come back. This one here, Mary Jo, it probably got the worst of the heavy rain. I had to take off a couple of branches because they broke. I did come out and pick a lot of my flowers because I knew when they said the rain was coming and that it was going to be heavy that I should probably make bouquets. And the one flower that was in the very top of the bouquet was my Cafe au lait rose. It was a very small bloom. I have a second one coming up. I have a bunch of them that are going to bloom here shortly. But it was really small. The one that I put in the bouquet was really small for some reason. It did fit right at the top, though. It looked really good. And here are the zippity doodah. Aren't these just adorable? I like to put them in bouquets as filler flowers, or just have them in the garden because they're beautiful. I did have one late, that's the name of this, peachy pink colored dahlia. I really love this one. I love putting it into bouquets. It's gorgeous. I have decided to take out my fluffle at the end of this year. I'm going to divide the late because I just love the color, and for the bouquets. The fluffle just doesn't bloom enough, and most of the blooms don't come out the way that they're supposed to look. So I just feel like that it's a poor performer, so I'm going to replace it. And probably with some of my dahlias. I'll just divide things and add them in the spot where the Fluffle is. Can you see all the bees? I don't know if you can see all the bees this morning. They are just out doing their job, being busy. So in my bouquet, oh, there's all my impatiens. Aren't those pretty? In my bouquet, I had the 2 varieties of Snapdragons. I had a Michaela Mariah, a Jordan Nicole, one Jordan Nicole, and one late. There was one late over there on the side. Michaela Mariah being the focal flower. And then just these little zippity doodads. Those are so adorable. And then I just love it. Just seems to really make the bouquet with all the Snapdragons. Then I'm starting to have the Snapdragons that are blooming. Oh, I'm so excited about that. Today is Sunday. Beautiful sunshiny day that we're just sunshiny weather early. Well, it's not really fall yet. We have 2 weeks before fall. I don't want to rush things. I'm enjoying summer. We've had a beautiful summer. I hope you have a wonderful day in the garden, and I'll talk to you soon.